Hello, Buddhas. Today we are going to be talking about how using the law of attraction literally brings in what you need as your next steps to get what you want. Now, Buddhas, first things first, thank you for clicking subscribe, hitting that bell notification and the like button. It means a lot to me here, and it allows the channel to grow and to bring the most beneficial messages to you on a daily basis. Now, how does the law of attraction bring us what we want? Does it simply say, hey, Buddha billionaire, you want a yacht? Fantastic, here's a yacht, have a great day. In my experience, that's not how it works. It might work that way for some people, and I'm very much looking forward to the day where I can just sign my name on a piece of paper and buy a yacht. That will be that final manifestation. But at the moment, being someone who is learning about how the law of attraction works, that's not the results that I currently have, at least not at the yacht level. Now, it does pair you and bring you into alignment with next steps, with paths of least resistance, with the next logical thing for you to do and to pursue. And the reason that I bring this up is actually my journey in YouTube and starting this channel and wanting to bring my message, the message, to as many people as I possibly can. And I have noticed along this journey that by partaking in the art of creating content and creating a video and creating a brand and putting myself out there, right? Making the investments, making the partnerships, making the commitment to myself, to define myself as someone who partakes in this, has actually been, so far, the most beneficial aspect of what I'm doing. None of which, at this time, specifically speaking, has brought me a single cent of income. None of this has brought me any closer in the 3D world to the life that I'm envisioning and to the world that I am creating for myself. However, what it has done is drastically increased my self-confidence, drastically increased my willingness to partake in any endeavor that's presented to me along this path. It has drastically increased my auditory skills and my ability to just get into the flow zone and go when I have something that I want to talk about. It has really helped me hone in on what I actually want to do with my life. There have been a lot of things in my life that I have tried and thought would be the almighty solution to all of my problems. And usually these things end up being along the lines of jobs or employments, and it's ranged from being a lifeguard, being a bike salesman, bike mechanic, being a fruit company genius, and being a federal government employee. They're all different, but all things that I have thought would be the right next step on that path. And they have all, every single one of them, led to my progression along this path. And I wouldn't replace any of them at all. Oh, and I even spent an entire summer as an airplane mechanical assistant guy, kind of just cleaning mostly. But the experience that I gained along that route was, bar none, absolutely phenomenal. And the reason that I bring all these things up is, does being a lifeguard help me to become a YouTube personality? Does being a federal employee at a desk help me to be a YouTube personality? The answer is ultimately yes. Because every single thing that we do gives us experience that we can then draw on and use to tune in to exactly where we want to go and along that path. And I'm starting to realize and understand in my own life that it's not about having a specific destination and then quitting and giving up. Actually, there have been several examples of people who have said, that's the one thing I want, then I'm done. And then they seem to pass away. Not specifically saying that this is exactly what happened to Kobe, but the man had a dream and an incredible desire and work to be the best at what he did. And he succeeded at that, right? He was working with the greats. He was the great. And now he's gone. So one has to think, possibly, that events notwithstanding, and the tragedy itself being terrible, but what were the forces behind his greatness? Obviously, he was an immense aspect of that. But once he had achieved that life goal, that ambition, it seems that he's moved on to something else. Literally. And it almost makes you wonder what type of other cosmic forces are going on. And I use that as an extreme example because he literally achieved something incredible and now is off doing something completely different that we know nothing about on this earthly plane. But what our journey is on this planet is teaching me, anyways, is to continue on the journey and to recognize all the different opportunities as the logical next steps along the path that you're going, and to have fabulous goals and lofty ideals, sitting on a yacht with a drink in hand, watching the sunset. Sounds fabulous to me. But it's not why I do anything. That is just something that I'd like to do along the journey. And it's something to kind of strive for that is a complete disconnection from the current reality that I have. And I think that that's really fun and fulfilling. But the real crux, the real goodness inside that I'm getting at here and hoping to share and convey with my viewers is the acknowledgement that every single experience that we've had in our lives and every single goal and every single achievement and every single decision that you've made is the journey. And it's not that it's heading to a specific destination, but I believe the journey is the destination. That is why we are here. If everything immediately came to us, we'd get bored of it and we'd want it to be more difficult. So if you assume the attitude that that is the case, and that we are in the more difficult, for lack of a better English terminology to use, more difficult reality, then everything starts to become a heck of a lot more fun. So, Buddhas, let me know down below if you believe that any kind of interactions in your life have been leading you to the path that you wanted, and how that has really helped you along your journey, whatever that journey is, whether it be spirituality or just success in business or success at life, in love, in existing. Let us know down below. Share those stories. They really help to hear from other people to reaffirm that I'm not just a talking head that pretends to know what they're talking about. I try to use my actual examples from my real life to convey the, maybe not validity, but the heartfelt sentiment that I have in these matters. So, until next time, Buddhas, remember, the absolute most important thing is to love yourself.